go down, I'm gonna make sure these bastards remember my fucking name.
Outstanding. No prizes for guessing where this dude is from. He's from the east coast of the USA, a place I'd love to visit in my lifetime. But it's not about visiting different countries. This is about visiting Helgen. And today we're playing as the Helgast against the ISA, which when you start a bot zone map like this, what happens is you basically get spawned as the Helgast more often than not. And we both like playing as the ISA, so you just have to put up with this.
Okay. Well, I mean, you go to the auto select, though. I always intentionally pick ISA to make sure I don't spawn as one of these Hig bastards.
Yeah. It does not seem to let you do it, though. That's the problem, you know?
But, no, the thing is, the second you get into the first match, that's when you have to pick your team, and it leaves you with that team. So 100% of the time, it will let you pick your team, but you just have to do that at first.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, this is obviously from my perspective, because my gaming buddy was not set up for recording at the particular time. So I said I'd record, and we'd see how we both got on against the pesky bots, you know.
Right.
Can you remember where you was at this point during the gameplay?
I'm somewhere on the map kicking ass and taking names. We should point out, too, so no one's confused, because you're going to see us talking and you're going to see our little mics flashing on the screen. We're doing like a post-game show retrospective commentary, so this isn't like live in-game chat.
Yeah, I'm doing one of them and all.
Yeah, so...
I like you way you word things. You're
okay.
You're very, very, very articulate, I must say.
Well, you know, the intellectual one, voracious as always.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Well, we can
This is
tell.
the thing with these bleeding bots. They spam you with grenades and they get you from anywhere. And there's one even worse than that coming up later, and you'll be shocked when you see it and understand and appreciate just how aggravating it is.
Well, if I remember correctly, this was the day we were playing, and one of those medics was actually throwing out packs and saving you. I mean, he just saved you just now.
Yeah, yeah.
So, see, this is a mistake.
Oh, there again. Yeah. There again.
You have to admit, though, you're going up those steps a little early. There's a lot of red dots up there.
Yeah. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread, I know.
Oh, and there, I see me. I see the blue dot on the screen, staying back a little bit.
You see, as I'm changing up here, I'm changing to the what's it? The scout class,
Yeah.
and having a go at sniping, because you know, if you find in this gameplay that you're watching that I do change it up quite a lot. I don't know about you, Arachnid Soul, but you know, I just wanted to, because of the side of the map, I wanted to try different kits out, you know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I try to do the same thing. I go from, I usually pick the engineer a lot of the time so I can set up the machine gun turret, but you had that one turned off, so I just stuck with the tactician.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to join one of your games in the future where it's set up more how you want it set up, because you like the engineers, whereas I find in close quarters situations with a bot with a shotgun.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Well, I think I have a whole different style of playing. Let me ask you something, though. You're trying to get some cardio for this guy, because I noticed you didn't spawn on me. You spawned back at base and ran over.
Oh, I'm a bugger for doing that. I'm always too eager to get back in the game that I forget about spawn points a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it's only this year I've been playing Killzone 2.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
It's no excuse now because I've been playing it since August. But I've had the game years ago, and I've recently got it back. I got this copy for free.
Yeah.
And then Killzone 3 I had for ages, and I just started playing it, and I thought, what the hell? Why haven't I been playing this? Nice kill there.
Well, I think unfortunately there's maybe more people who... Now, there's more people that have this game, but there's a lot of people who get Killzone 3, don't really like it, and think it's a somehow referendum on Killzone 2, and then they never give this game a chance and never figure out how awesome Killzone 2 is.
Oh, yeah. You get in a multiplayer match, 32 players, Radic Academy. You're trapped in your base as a Helghast.
Yeah.
It's the most crazy situation you'll ever find yourself in any first-person shooter. It's madness, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
I can tell you a lot of the time when I play online and we've got a team, I usually stick around 8 to 10 people on a team. But by the end of it, I need like a drink of water. My voice is hoarse because I always assume that role of team captain for some reason. I'm directing traffic and...
It's a good thing, that. Maybe
Yeah.
you'd do well as a commander in Battlefield 4, for instance.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's a game that is no good on this console, but this is a 2009 game we're watching here, we're commentating over, that totally takes the piss out of the likes of Battlefield 4. And you see the quality of the textures and graphics in Battlefield 4 on PlayStation 3.
yeah.
And you expect it to not be as good as PC or and obviously as good as the PS4 or Xbox One versions. But this game itself shows just what the PS3 is capable of.
Well, I think...
Sneaking up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Notice I'm not using a crosshair.
Yeah.
And it's makes it... I prefer it.
And you got him with the sidearm, too.
Yeah. That M4 is a 2-shot kill with a body, but if you get the headshot straight away.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty good getting the headshot without the crosshairs.
I'm waiting for you to... Because this map's so big, I'm waiting for you to make an appearance.
Well,
Oh, look at that, he's just one-shotted me.
yeah, I'm sure if we did this from my perspective, we'd see I play a whole different type of game. I'm still very effective, though. I mean, at the end of these rounds, you see I'm competitively priced, so to speak, in terms of your points and your accomplishments, so... I think I'm up there now. I see myself running around up there. Dying, but...
You can see I'm not doing so bad with the sniper rifle. I'm just not used to sniping.
But, you know, also, one thing that's important in this game and all first-person shooters is tactical reloads. And when I say that, I mean, you know, maybe there's no one around, but that's when you reload. Don't start shooting a guy and then you run out halfway through and he kills you.
Yeah.
And I also think of tactical suicides as part of the game, and when I say that, I mean, I'll run into my death to drop a spawn point, or to get the sentry bot out, like knowing I'm not going to make it out alive, because I know eventually
it's like
that'll...
when you're disarming an objective or arming one. I'm the same. I have that same mentality. I know they're going to get me with a grenade or one-shot me as they're not even bleeding looking at me, you know.
Yeah.
But... once you've got that armed, you know, they then have to still fight to get to it, to stop, you know, to disarm it.
Yeah.
I love this game mode.
And you know what's funny too, when you're playing the objective where you've got to capture that thing and then return it like 3 times. I can't even remember what it's called, but when you're playing that on Salomon Market, like if you were to pick up that thing and run into the base and deliver that thing, I'd be right there with you. I'm your escort. I'm your best friend. Once you've delivered it, I take off. I have no vested interest in making sure you make it out of the building alive.
Oh, no, I understand that. I understand that.
You know, and I just assume you feel the same way. I assume you run in there knowing you're not coming out.
Yeah, because it's like so well defended. Other
Yeah.
maps are different, aren't they? I mean, like this one. This they've got a high vantage point, the ISA.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to this, putting a nice shot there, getting this damn thing armed. You know, you have to travel to the top of the thing, and they're waiting at the top. You know, they've got higher ground advantage.
Yeah.
But as you can see, we managed to explode the objective, and I'm telling you now, if you've never watched Killzone 2 before, it seems like it's a bit slower paced than what it actually is. If you play online with 32 players, it's madness, absolute madness. You know.
Yeah.
There's different game modes and different classes that are not unlocked in this game that you need to see, you need to check out.
Well, I think also, you know, an important thing is if you're Battlefield player or Call of Duty player, whatever first-person shooter you happen to play, you can't watch this footage as a game you've never played before and watch it with Call of Duty or Battlefield 4 eyes. You've got to watch this with an open mind and appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's only this year that I've realised this map exists.
Really?
You know? Because I knew Killzone 2 exists, but I knew nothing of multiplayer or any of the different game modes. You know,
Yeah.
I just didn't know anything.
Well, I was
You said, you want a game on Radic Academy? Well, I said, where the fuck's that?
Yeah. I was a big original Killzone player on the PlayStation 2. I mean, I could still go back and play that game.
Yeah.
I would even rate it better than I rate Killzone 3. So when I got a PlayStation 2, I went into a game store, I saw this, I said, I have to get that, and this game did not disappoint me.
I must check that out, you know, because you can get the HD version on PS3.
Yeah.
So I might still get that. I don't know. But Shadowfall's been getting some very average reviews, you know, average to bad reviews.
Well, yeah, but I think it's getting reviews probably from people who aren't Killzone fans. You know, like
well, the one I saw today was a big Killzone fan.
Oh, really?
His main channel, what's it called? Hatman Strikes Back, he's called.
Yeah.
And he's got another channel that he now uses purely for gaming because he's a boxing commentator. He likes to talk about fights that have occurred, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he started a new channel up. I can forget the name of it, but I saw his review of Killzone Shadowfall, which I was expecting to do. And him being a big fan of the Killzone franchise, you know.
Yeah. Now
a lot of what he says was what I expected him to say.
I was just gonna say, look at me running in, saving the day there, but yeah, I still think I would get. And it's funny because I was so burnt by Killzone 3, but I still think I would get Shadowfall. I wouldn't pay $60 for it. I mean, you know.
He's saying the story's not really, you know, a lot of the tie-ins.
Oh yeah.
You know, questions being answered. You're not getting that with Shadowfall.
Yeah, I kind of expect that. I mean, as far as the story goes, to me, Killzone 1 was its own story. It wrapped up. It was nice. I don't know if they knew that it would be a successful franchise for Guerrilla and Sony, so they wrapped everything up. Then you get Killzone 2, and it expands, and it does it in such a nice way that you don't feel that the story went bad. Killzone 3, it was like, man, they're really stretching it now. And from what I hear with Shadowfall, it's like, ugh, you know? we had to bring out a Killzone game. We have a new Sony console, and we just sat in a room and came up with the story.
It was rushed. It was definitely rushed, you know? Beautiful graphics, but don't you just love the gritty feel of this game, the gritty look to it?
Yeah.
And you can see that it's graphically not on a par with anything the PS4 can produce, but you can see there's more work gone into this than Shadowfall.
Yeah.
Especially the campaign. It's the campaign of the whole... Look at that. Jesus. It's the campaign of every game that's come out for Killzone 2 campaign is the best one. And that's why I'm making my own walkthrough at the moment. I've already did one with my old recording method, but what I found with it is very jerky.
Yeah.
You're losing a lot of frames with the Bandicam recording method. But when you record directly with your capture card, especially the AverMedia, it's beautiful and smooth.
Yeah, well, and I think that's another example of here comes a company that in terms of capturing game footage, if you go back a year and a half, 2 years, would have been looked at as a generic kind of knockoff company, much the same way that people maybe look at Killzone, but sometimes the name brand or the recognition isn't what makes something good, it's the quality of the product.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I was seeing myself more on screen. See,
that's the thing though, it's been such a big map, you know.
Yeah.
You're that blue dot. You're behind me right now.
See, but I think what's interesting though is during this we are talking on. All right.
See that?
Oh, nice.
That is what happens with these fucking bots. They drive me mad.
You gotta give that guy
That is
credit,
taking
though.
the piss. Yeah, I
That
know,
was
but that is taking the piss, honestly.
Oh my God.
You know? That's why I don't make the levels of the bots too high, because I'm just end up going.
Yeah.
I just smashed something.
Oh, if you want to
Drive me
have
mad.
if you want to have fun one day, you should play this game. Maybe play it 3-on-3 with the bots. Turn it all the way up to the hardest computer level, and the only weapon they can use is the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And you see how quiet it is and how nervous you are walking around the map.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, people review these games too early, and they don't realize most games get patched, and they never go back and re-review them. And then when people want to see how a game is, they look online, they're getting all first-day reviews.
Yeah. Well, I've responded to a comment from one of my subscribers, Dalen6969, another British guy who's heavily into his Battlefield 4, and he watches my Fight Night videos, and he made a comment about lag in the gameplay. But like you say, when it comes to patches and that, most games need patching and then they get patched. But
Right.
Fight Night Champion, they've washed their hands of it. It freezes, the game slows down, punches don't seem to connect when they should,
Yeah.
and it actually crashes your PlayStation system and with the Xbox as well, and turns it off completely, and you have to restore your file system to get it back on, which is that is a serious problem. The game's causing your console to do that. So that's the thing with one game I can think of that does that. And it's terrible, that, really.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they've ignored that game on a lot of different fronts. I mean, and that's a whole different video. But one of the first games I got when I got a PlayStation 3 was EA MMA, because I wasn't gonna get UFC because I had to play with my Japanese guys. I'm American. I have no idea who the American MMA fighters are. Oh yeah, Point Blank.
Yeah.
You see, but you pay for it in the end, and a grenade. But yeah, I mean, I felt like EA MMA had so much stuff that I'm surprised they didn't carry a lot of that over into the Fight Night game.
Yeah, I used to love the likes of Randy Couture and
Oh yeah,
Chuck Liddell.
yeah, he's in the Randy Couture's in the game. Yeah, I know some of those people, but I just generally
He was
find
invincible
American.
at one time. He was.
Yeah.
Well, this is PEMBY66, and this is the guy is.
And Arachnid Soul with 103 points.
And it's time to say goodnight all, and thanks for watching.
All right, later.